Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Shitty Beard Long Hair Hook. And I'm back. And you might hear some noises. I have my assistant right here, staring at me. What's up? You ready to listen to some metal? Okay, cool. So this is a metal episode, or metal-ish episode. If you've been following me in the Facebook group I run, which I'll link below, join, please. I've been dabbling in the metal. I've been watching the streams. Like, I mean, I'm not a complete noob to metal music. It's just I bounce in and out of it. So this is going to be a mostly metal crossover kind of grind episode of Get Into It. And I just want to start real quick. So the Facebook group, I'll link below. Join it. Boston Hassle. I still write articles. I'm a little behind. I have some coming. Go check that out. I'll link that below too. And I just want to plug these 3 quick channels. Chromium Dioxide Radio. I mean, I have no idea why this guy doesn't have like 50 million subscribers. The fucking amount of effort he puts into these videos. They're not just boring like metal records, which you're about to see from me. Go check him out. Those fucking rule. Mike from Uncommon Pallor, showing some crazy punk stuff. Some Kill by Death shit. Great Canadian punk hardcore. Just great content. So go check out Uncommon Pallor. And Dennis over at Analog Archives, which just insane metal thrash and just like the fucking most California dude I've ever seen in my life. So before I play the tunes, I wanted to give that shout out, and I might have to keep on adjusting little madman here because he tries to crawl out of his little chair. But what we're gonna listen to in this episode is, of course, guys. I mean, we've all shown it. It's The Glorious Dead, Into Lifeless Shrines. I knew the title. I don't know why I just read it, making me look like an idiot. This came out on Bind Rune Recordings. Been watching the streams, you know that madman right there, Marty, plays guitar for this, and this is what would you consider this? Death metal? I call it thrash influenced death metal. That's just me, the outsider here, not the well versed professional of this genre. But I dig this shit. Hardcore kids, check this out. This is some fucking heavy stuff. There's some brutal riffs in this thing. It also comes with this cool the insert here. You get lyrics on the back, and it also comes with the CD version of the record, which I believe has an extra song, and I haven't even listened to this yet because I spun the record so much. Cool, it's got the cover print on it, so it's a pro CD, no CDR jazz from them, which I haven't listened to, so I can't even tell you what the extra song is. I don't know if it's a cover or anything. If you've listened to it, comment below, or just don't. Keep it a secret. Make people buy the record. You should go buy this anyways, because it fucking rules. This is definitely going to be on my year-end list for sure. The 7-inch was on my year-end list when it came out. Was it last year or the year before, man? I don't even know. Time is a circle. Anyways, I've said that a million times on this channel too. But that's Into Lifeless Shrines. Into Lifeless Shrines by The Glorious Dead. And I'm going to press play. I'm a pro channel here with no editing, so you're going to hear me get up and press play over here. Hand my son his toys, and I'm back. So I'm going to start off right away with a classic. I bought this during the pandemic, right at the beginning of the pandemic. This is the Venom black metal, funky black metal, classic, just black metal. Maybe the first band. This came out in 1982 on Neat Records. Venom are from England, which you already know that. This is a weird. I wrote it down. This is a weird pressing. I'm going to pull it out and show you. It has the classic Neat logo here, the thumbs up Neat logo. But if you look closely, there's a stamp, which I believe is an Italian pressing. But that's cool as fuck. I love that logo. I like how Splatter does the thumb down. Splatter, the record label we're going to talk about tonight. This is just, we drank the vomit of the priests, make love with the dying whore. We suck the blood of the beast and hold the key to death's door, to be continued. So, I mean, look at these fucking photos, dude. So this is maybe the first black metal band. I'm not well versed enough to debate everything about this, so I'm not gonna. If you think I'm wrong, tell me who is. There's no insert. Maybe this came with an insert. Mine doesn't have it. This was an internet buy. I actually bought this from Felix Havoc of his Discog store. But yeah, it's just fast black metal. You gotta if you listen to this now, you know things are so extreme now. But this when it came out was like, oh, holy shit, what is this? And the level of cheese is just delicious. I mean, I know someone's probably gonna get mad at me, but this shit's cheesy as hell. But I dig it. But that's Venom black metal. Black metal. Also with Venom, speaking of Marty, he sent me this Venom tape he made in high school. This is dub. Look at that. It's all hand drawn. It's cut out of a magazine of Venom Live, which was actually great. So I've jammed this a lot. My son likes it. He starts headbanging when he hears it. Right, bub? Let's keep it going here. Next we have DBC. Dead Brain Cells. This is fast thrash. I love how they did the embossed like gloss red here. These guys are from Montreal, Canada. I don't want to pigeonhole them, but I would just say think Slayer. Same era, same time. This came out in 1987 on Combat Records. This was another band record I ordered very early on in the pandemic. It came from Western Mass, which is like maybe an hour and a half for me. It took 3 weeks to get here. This was routed all up and down the East Coast for some weird reason. But I fucking dug it when I played it. I actually listened to it like 4 or 5 times in a row. I heard the second record sounds different than this. I'm gonna check it out anyways. I think these are the CD. The CD versions of these kind of expensive, not backbreaking, but enough that a casual ain't gonna pick them up. But yeah, it's just fast thrash, Slayer-esque. But I don't want to pigeonhole them, and just if you non-metal guys or guys that dabble, if you dig Slayer, check these guys out because this shit's just as fucking ferocious and fast. That's DBC, Dead Brain Cells from Canada. Next, in the same hint, we have Midnight. This is a 4-song little, I believe it was a 7-inch. This was previously released 4 songs. This came out on My Eyes Records in 2019. Cleveland, again, another thrashy 80s influence because they weren't around in the 80s. Just kind of the thrash metal band. Is there any goodies in here? I don't remember. It was a random buy I made. I can tell by looking at the price tag it was at Armageddon and the fold over sleeve. This is cool. It has the just to be daring to be different. It comes out at the top. Just black vinyl label there. But it's 4 songs. I believe they might have been 4 songs that were on comps maybe or splits. I'm not 100% sure. But I saw this and picked it up real quick. But you guys know who Midnight are. I dig Midnight. I know that I have the last record I bought on CD, and some people kind of didn't like it. I dug it. This band also, I don't know if it's previous members. Someone can probably get a little more in depth with me about that, but it seems to draw praise from the hardcore and punk kids, like the punk and punk metal kids, bullet belts with mohawk type stuff. But yeah, that's Midnight. I don't even think this has a name. It's just 4 songs. Go and check out My Mind's Eye Records. Next, we're going to move into some more classic. We're going back to the 80s. We're going over to the UK. Here is Broken Bones, Decapitated. This is a Radiation Records version of this. So what you get on here is, this originally came out on Fallout Records in 1987. This is, I believe I got the year right here, 2015 repress. This is a collection of all the singles from 1983 to 1986. As you guys might know or might not know, Broken Bones grew out of Discharge when the brothers Tez and Bones Roberts quit Discharge or left Discharge. It went off in another direction to Broken Bones, which you guys know Discharge went into Grave New World, which was trying to mix like the kind of hair metal, the awful fucking record. And anyone says it's good, they're lying to you, they're trolling. This was more into this. This is metal influence, but it's more heavier. It's not as like glammy as what Discharge attempted to be. I mean, Decapitated and IOU alone are just complete fucking bangers on here. I'm not going to pull this out. It's just on black vinyl. It's a radiation press. If you guys have ever grabbed these, it's very simplistic. There's no insert usually. But it just lists like, B1, B2, B4, and B6 were on the Seeing Through My Eyes 10-inch on Fallout. B3 and B5 on the Never Say Die 12-inch on Fallout. A1, A4, A6 on the Decapitated 7-inch. 1984. A2, A3, A5 on the Crucifix 7-inch on Fallout. All on Fallout Records. You just got the band photos on the back here. You got the awesome charge. Yeah, dude. You got the awesome charge. Look at that. That's fucking so sick. But yeah, Broken Bones, Decapitated. I highly recommend this to people who have never heard them. I heard them very early on in my descent into madness of weird music. And it's a band. Some people would put them in the crossover thing. I wouldn't put them in crossover. It's not as like crossover-y, if that's even a sound. I think it's way more implanted in the punk roots than more the metal roots, but it's great stuff. Again, Broken Bones Decapitated. You can find this thing everywhere. The Radiation Press is easy. If you want to be a big dog, you can go buy the originals on Discogs. Next, we have one of Pat Ground Zero Salem's favorite bands, Accused. Martha Splatterhead. Also Splatterdirder. This is a repress onto 12-inch vinyl of the band's first 7-inch. So what you get on here is it's just 5 songs, 45 RPM here. I don't, what year was this press? I know I wrote it down. This came out in 2015 on Unrest Records. The original came out on 1984. So it's just, they just put the 7-inch on LP. But this is another Felix Havoc purchase from his Discog store. Comes with this cool insert here. So what you get here is you get fast, thrashy crossover with completely maniacal, insane lyrics. I mean, not insane lyrics, insane vocal delivery. If you guys have never heard them before, it's definitely an interesting thing. I fucking dig it, but it's completely unhinged. Blaine was also in a band called The Farts, I believe, before this. Was he? Yeah, he was in The Farts. Which is another great band, which I think kind of gets like laughed at because the name is goofy, but this is the Accused, Martha Splatterhead, fast crossover, maniacal, from hell vocal delivery. Just great shit. Definitely check it out. So now we're going to go with some classics here. We have Napalm Death, the Earache Peel Sessions. So this is 3 different sessions from that they did on the Peel like BBC recordings. Grind Madness at the BBC. This is also a box set that has all these different ones on that I have in the other room I should have brought in. But this is just the Napalm Death recordings. So what you get here is you get recorded in 87 and broadcast in 87. Recorded 8/3/88 or 3 or just I forgot England does everything backwards. So 8/13/87, broadcast 8/22/87, recorded 3/8/88. Broadcast 4/20/88, recorded 8/12/90, broadcast 9/10/90. So what you get here is you get the end of Lee and the beginning of Barney on here. These are fucking insane. You definitely hear the side A is all the Lee stuff, and the side B is all the Barney stuff. So you hear like, I mean, I dig Barney. Like Barney's the first Napalm Death singer that I like. You know, when they came around in the early 2000s, I kind of got into them. You know, I started checking their stuff out again, and that kind of fell off, and I've kind of gone back. But Barney's the singer I like the most. I just in my brain, my rookie Napalm Death brain, I just relate. That's just the one I hear the most. But you can hear the difference is insane, and the like how the band just sounds as a whole. Between the 2-year, 3-year time span. So this comes in a cool. Almost upside down. This comes in a cool sleeve here. It's got like clippings. It's fucking cool as fuck. It's got cool like newspaper clippings, address, like looks like it's a stuff ripped out of catalogs for shirts and stuff. I believe this is on. This is on. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's got a cool name. Green White Slime or something like that. But yeah, this is definitely cool. I recommend this to anyone. I know the BBC and the Peel sessions are very, very popular, so I'm probably preaching to the choir with this shit. But I gave this a bunch of spins when I finally listened to it. It's one of the things I ordered, and it sat in a box for probably 2 months. And I finally listened to it a few weeks ago. I've heard it before in the CD box set, but that's Napalm Death. Grind Madness at the BBC, the Earache Peel Sessions. That's a big mouthful. And there's a shit ton of songs on here too. There's a back, it lists all the songs, and then the recording and air dates. Well, Napalm Death. While we're talking about Napalm Death, the new record, Throes of Joy in the Jaws of Defeatism. This came out a couple weeks ago now, maybe a month ago. I don't even know, man. I went and picked it up, like, I think the Sunday after it came out. This shit rules. If you guys are like, oh, Napalm Death, you need to go check this out. This shit's fucking heavy, mean as fuck, political as fuck, very social, of the time, just brutality. I spun this in my car a buttload, and I just brought it in because I wanted to show in this video. Say I'm cool, you know. I buy CDs too. Oh, I forgot to show this too. Way back when I talked about Venom, this is a new Venom collection of demos on here. I'm really only going to recommend this to like super insane Venom heads, because the recording, like the first 5 songs on here sounded like they recorded it in a tin can underwater, and then the rest of the songs, you know, there's one they start. It's literally demos, and I'm not versed enough in Venom to be like, oh shit, that solo wasn't there. So it kind of missed the mark with me a little bit, but maybe when I get, you know, if I delve deeper into Venom, when I listen to more Venom and kind of get more familiar with the ins and outs of all their stuff, this will probably appeal to me more. That's awesome. But it comes with this cool booklet. I think this is relatively cheap too. I think it was like 12, 13 bucks. So it's just something I'll add to my collection and revisit down the road if I'm going on a big Venom kick. Maybe I'll listen to their whole catalog and then put this on. But yeah, that's Venom. I think it's just called Sons of Satan, rare and unreleased. Demo, live, B-side, recordings. Tickle in my throat, guys. But I want the COVID. Can you guys hear this? Now we're gonna swing back around to modern times and more local. Here is the LP by Sphylitic Indoctrinated. I probably said that. I probably didn't pronounce that with enough oomph. This band is out of upstate. I believe it's upstate New York and maybe Western Mass. They were playing a lot before the whole world shut down. I saw them probably more in the 6 months before COVID hit than I did the year before. They just played a lot of times in Rhode Island. This came out on Armageddon, on the Armageddon label, and To Live a Lie did it, and RSR. I totally forgot about that. Where's RSR? Oh, Regurgitated Semen Records. So this was To Live a Lie, Regurgitated Semen Records, and Armageddon put this out. Did I get a cool color vinyl version? I don't even know. Ooh, I did. Cool. So this is like fast grind, power violence stuff. Just totally bashing you over the head with a hammer of how heavy this shit can be. Get all the lyrics here. I saw them with Infest. You know, if you dig Infest, you should definitely check this out. I think this is a very, very good newer band that will probably have huge, awesome plans this summer and spring and into the fall, which have all been canceled, and now probably into the winter and maybe into next spring. So I feel bad because they were really starting to get a lot of play around here, just hopping on shows, being seen a lot. But this is great shit. Definitely go check it out. It's still readily available. One of the few newer releases I've shown off here, right? Is this stuff? Yeah, man. Well, besides The Glorious Dead. Yeah, Sphylitic Indoctrination. Check it out. Get into it. Next, we're going to slow it down a little bit. A label I mentioned earlier. This is Reincarnate on Splattered Records. The title's super long, so I'm going to read it to you. Take It or Leave It, Demos and Rarities. So this is a new wave of British heavy metal band that I believe that was around for like probably a hot second. Splattered has really picked up the ball on releasing like really expensive and hard to find metal like bands that were only put out a 7-inch or a few demos and put them out in collections. So it comes with an Obi strip, 100% new wave of British heavy metal down the Obi. That's cool as hell. And then like, you know, the Splattered logo, which is like the rip off of the Neat Records with the thumbs down instead of up. But I believe what it might say on here what this is. It also came with this poster. So I've been grabbing these releases from Splattered. They're relatively cheap. He's out of New York. And the thing that's wild about it is I get them like real quick. Like if I order this on like a Monday, it's here on Thursday. But all 4 tracks were originally on the 83 demo. Both songs on side B are from the band's debut single, which was released on Zip Records in '82. Reincarnate was just one of the many UK heavy metal bands that faded into obscurity through time. This release is the first collection of their short career. Splattered Records is honored to keep their music alive today. Special thanks to David Ty, ZYG, and George for your help with this release. New wave of British heavy metal forever. So it's just an obscure new wave of British heavy metal band, as I just read. I've said like 50 times while I've been talking about it. But it fucking rips, dude. It's like, cause like the early new Wobble stuff, in my opinion, is like definitely more rock, maybe glam based. It's not just like high pitched vocals and like sick riffs, which also gets linked with it. It's more blues based from what I hear, and it fucking rules. And this is I know just an obscure band from that era. I think he also still has plenty of copies of this. So that's Reincarnate. Take It or Leave It, Demos and Rarities on Splattered Records. Next, I have a double LP here. This is the Sphylitic Vaginas with the Complete Studio Collection. I believe this isn't the Complete Studio Collection. I think there's like a Complete Studio Collection 2 out as well. And this is all the bands recorded. I might even say the date on here. The Complete Studio output from 2006 to 2008. 35 tracks of destructive metal punk mayhem, collecting tracks from rare EPs, splits, and cassettes. So Sphylitic Vaginas is a one-man band. I believe I wrote his name down so I can say it correctly. Magnus something. His name's Magnus. This came out in 2019, the double LP version of this. The original version of this was on a CD, which came out in 2008, which I think is like a lot of Dolores, if you're into that. Obi strip, all in Japanese. All in Japanese in here in the center. Little press there. I mean, Sphylitic Vaginas, got the Gizm tie in here. So what you get on here is you get fast, like raw, almost like raw punk metal. The songs on the second LP are a little more wild, like the vocal is just a little more squealy than I feel like the side 1 and 2, the first 15 or 16 songs are just straight thrash rippers. And then it gets a little experimental later on. I'm talking here to try to take up time of me re-sleeving the record, which I believe is a giant no-no for a lot of people. But again, I've reiterated before, feel free to not watch the channel if you don't like me sleeving my records, because I'm lazy. You got all the songs on the back here. Nuclear War Now came out in 2019. I love that logo of like all the guys pointing the guns at each other's heads. But yeah, 1 through 4 taken from a self-titled cassette. 5 and 8 from the Black Motor Covenant 7-inch, 9 through 16 from the self-titled 12-inch, 17 to 23 taken from the Night Desecrate 9-inch, 21 through 24 through 27 taken from the Split 7-inch with Netjajib SS, and 28 to 35 unreleased. And it's just black vinyl. Really some simplistic labels, but yeah, and I believe this is expensive. I ordered this when Splattered had them distroed. I think Eric Bauer talked about this one of his like months ago. I think we got it at the same time. He actually did his right away. Mine sat for a little bit. But also go watch Eric. He's doing movies, like a movie review thing now, and it's fucking awesome. Don't be a dork. But anyways, that's Sphylitic Vaginas with a complete studio collection. Really isn't. It's just from a 2 or 3 year period. There's a studio collection 2 that exists, which I'll eventually hunt down, but I'm not going to pay tons of money for it. My son's not a fan of this band. Next we have Dark Throne, Too Old, Too Cold. So Dark Throne are a classic, is it Swedish? Norwegian black metal band that's gone up and down and changed like their sound. This is more like, I believe it was like black rock and roll, black metal influenced rock and roll. This isn't just straightforward, grinding riffs in my opinion. I wasn't in love with it. Someone told me I needed to check this out because they want me to listen to Dark Throne. I think I'm just going to go for the classics from here on out. This came out on Peaceful and True Syndicate in 2006. Like I said, I would say black metal with a dab of like just kind of like straightforward rock. I know some people probably fucking spitting on their phones or their computers or your TV right now if you're watching this like I do in my living room, like I watch all my other videos. But yeah, 4 songs. Too Old, Too Cold was cool. I loved High on Cold War. Graveyard Slut was kind of goofy. But I almost feel like they did it on purpose, like they're not going to take themselves too seriously, or if they are, I mean, I know Fenris, I'm a big fan of anything of Fenris just doing like funny shit. Like, hey, it's Friday, like stuff like that, like the memes that come out from the, was it Until the Light Takes Us doc. I liked it, but I'm not, I wasn't like, whoa. I gotta listen to the older stuff too. Maybe I'll give, like, similar to Venom, I'll just give them like a full listen where I'll just listen to all the releases in order over the course of a couple days or something while I'm at work and draw a better conclusion. But that's, this is Dark Throne, Too Old, Too Cold. I think Matt from The Dark Path recommended this for me. Alright, next we're going to have 2 Bind Room releases. The first one we're going to speak about is the Panopticon is it Natachwin? Let me look it up so I can say it correctly. Split 7-inch. 7-inch. Ooh, no editing. Split LP. So it's cool, the logs are on fire. The vinyl here is kind of looks like fire, so that's cool. Plays along with the cover art. I've been on a Panopticon kick as of late. It's a band I always, like, from the last year, I heard about probably like a year or so ago, and I was like, man, I kind of want to check that band out. And then I did, and I was like, I'm an idiot for not checking out this band sooner. So I now have accumulated, I think, everything they've done in some sort of press or form. But so Panopticon is one song on here. It's Rune's Heart, which is about his son who had to go through he explains it here, it's pretty in-depth. He had to go through a medical procedure that was pretty scary, and it's about how it's like, the songs are just about the emotions and the feelings of it. And the song was written for Rune, but this recording is dedicated to Becca, his wife. Her heroic strength through the ordeal is what carried our family through that horrible month and a half of fear and doubt and the chaos that followed it. So it's just basically like right here, 2 parents with ailing children and people with ill loved ones, you are not alone. So it's just about how it's like feelings about, his son's procedure, like not only his son's procedure, but just the whole idea of someone you love being in a crazy medical thing. And then Natachwin, which I'm probably saying wrong and I apologize, has 4 songs on here, and it's really, I really dug it. It's like black death metal, black and metal with like this acoustic parts, like really intricate acoustic parts in it. A band that I've heard of, because I've heard people praise them, and this is the first I've ever heard of them. So I'm gonna go on a hunt for their stuff after this. And I bought this for the Panopticon side, but I kind of related to the Panopticon song because I don't talk. When my son was born, he was in the NICU for a little bit. So he didn't need to have a heart procedure, but I get like it's a crazy helpless feeling. This is like dad corner right now. All you dads know this, so I don't want to sound like an old man, but you can't really explain it unless you live it. It's like a hard thing to do. So that song is heavy. I love it. I'm going to jam it actually right after I'm done with this video. But that's Panopticon, Natachwin, Split. Next we have more Panopticon. I believe Devin just showed this in his last channel, so he fucking stole it from me. But Autumn Eternal. So this is a double LP. I believe this came out in 2015. This is on Nordvis and Vinerune and Lost Forest recordings with this beautiful gatefold. I'll show this off real quick. So it's a beautiful gatefold here. Got the hills, the mountains there, the back. Here's the front. Comes with this wonderful book in here with some great photos in it. It's got great photos of nature and quotes from like books and readings that the singer this is a one-man band, Austin Bread. So basically he explains that this song's just about nature. This record's just about nature and a return to nature, and how he saw the Northern Lights for the first time, which I've never seen. I've always wanted to. I think that'd be amazing. How it just kind of opens up like a thing about the world and how we're so small and so little, but it's such a big thing. And these are just black metal, fucking heavy songs about that go in and out. I mean, there's interludes and stuff of that nature, but this is one of the things I love about this band. Gold vinyls. The thing I love about this band is that it's so heavy, but it's not like just like judge Satan, evil. Like, he's singing about stuff. Like, his records all have themes to them. They're all expertly written and recorded, and you can tell there's like time put into it, and it's just fucking heavy. So this is Panopticon, Autumn Eternal. Go buy it from Bind Rune. Go buy this too. And then just go by everything else they did, and the Glorious Dead record. And then the last LP I wanted to show, this thing has made the rounds. I didn't want to, you all know what it is if you dig metal, or black metal. This is Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race. This came out in 2019 on Dark Descent. They're a Colorado atmospheric black metal band. Cool insert here. So I think there's only like, how many songs are on here? 2, 3, 4. There's only 7 songs on here. The last one's 3 parts. But you get this crazy interludes on here. There's like kind of like electronic, not electronic like techno fucking, but you can hear electronic stuff going on in the background. There's interludes before songs. This shit's just heavy, and I know this made a bunch of people's lists in 2019. I just saw everyone talking about it, and I was like, man, you know, if I'm gonna start dabbling with this kind of metal, because, you know, why wouldn't I? Like, this just seems like the kind of shit I gotta listen to, because everyone was singing its praises, and I feel like they're earned. I know there's some people like overrated, but I think those people are just being tryhards. But I've actually never looked at the stuff that's in here. So, because I actually have this on tape too. Bless you. I actually have this on tape too. So you get this little insert here. Looks like it comes with a poster. It does. That's cool. There's the poster of the cover. So this is just atmospheric black metal. This is a mood setter. You put this shit on, and it just like as an old, like, you know, not stay at home, but like at home, need shit to do around the house guy. Like, I play shit like this when I'm like doing dishes, or if I'm like cleaning or anything like that. This is the kind of stuff I put on in the background, and I just fucking rock through it. But this is just starting to be distro. Like, I bought this at a Newbury Comics, which was not that long ago. It says it came in at $7.29, so I probably bought it in August at Newbury Comics. So this is starting to be. This is just starting to be distro more into record stores, well, up here in the New England area, Massachusetts. But you can get this thing online. I'm going to buy it on CD too, so I can play it in the car eventually. I'll wait until maybe I can find a used one, but I don't know who would return this because it's that good. But yeah, that's Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race. And that's all I got today. So I probably said a bunch of shit wrong. I probably made a bunch of assumptions, called some black metal death metal, and called some death metal black metal. But hey, blast me in the comments. Watch me try to do this. I'm almost there. The video's almost over. Ah!